is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Elliot Rodriguez filling in for Naja Sherman this afternoon, the day before the 4th of July. We're all excited about the fireworks show tomorrow, all the barbecues and family gatherings, but it all depends on one thing, and our chief meteorologist and hurricane specialist, Ivan Cabrera, is here to tell us about will Mother Nature cooperate?
Well, that sounded fantastic. Do all of that. It's just we're going to have to deal with some rain as a result. And, you know, it's going to be one of those things you're going to have to do everything inside for the most part. We will have some breaks for tomorrow, but it looks wet. It looks stormy. And like today, the storms that do develop have the potential to put down some very heavy rainfall. So a soaker today. I think we'll have tomorrow a partial soaker. There's a little bit of a window there for fireworks actually in the evening, but it's one of those things where, you know, it's going to be a wet setup. There's no question about that, as this tropical moisture is still on top of us. Radar right now just picking up a few light leftover showers. Once you work the atmosphere this early in the afternoon, things kind of fall apart, right? It's a stable atmosphere. Temperatures in the 70s right now. So for the most part, for the rest of the evening, we're looking good. It's going to be just kind of drizzly and misty out there, but not anything significant as far as rainfall. We're looking good for tonight. Heading into tomorrow, it's going to be a different story as we check in already at 6 in the morning for your 4th of July. Some showers and storms offshore. We'll put the clock in motion to be able to see the progression here and waves of showers and storms that will continue to come in. That is, again, you saw some breaks there, but the problem is those are difficult to time. So I don't want to guarantee you between 2 and 3 o'clock that it's going to be dry. It's going to be on and off, and mostly on during the afternoon and evening hours. This is how much rain we're talking about as we head through the next few days. There will be pockets. We're monitoring for the potential of some, for now, isolated flooding. That could become a little bit more widespread. We have a low-end threat for flash flooding, which could change depending on how much rain we get every day. And if we're talking about some areas that pick up 2, 3, 4 inches of rainfall, which is possible, then we'll focus in on that for flooding. So if that's what you get in your neighborhood, in your backyard, just keep in mind the flooding threshold will be coming down. There are no flood watches from the Weather Service, and there are no issues from the Storm Prediction Center as far as severe weather. Tracking the tropics, sort of related, right? We have this frontal boundary that is just trapping moisture down to the south, and it's the kind of moisture that can put down heavy downpours. Remember, a couple of days ago, we had this circle from the NHC that was right on top of North Florida. Half of it was in the Gulf, and then half of it was in the Atlantic. That's not the case anymore. The low has not developed. It's trying to get going, but it's inland right now, so it has no chance of developing until it gets over the open water. 30% probability that it develops in the next few days, and double that into the next 7 days. I don't think we'll be dealing with it in the next 7 days, but there's the low. It will continue tracking to the north and east, but there is a tail. That's how we'll characterize it, of moisture, tropical, that comes in from the Gulf on the backside of this, and that's what's going to continue to pump in showers and thunderstorms. And again, heavy rain potential is going to be there. Rip current risk continues to be low. I don't see a nice beach day coming up anytime soon. The rain coverage is going to stay pretty high with, again, totals several inches of accumulation. We'll have temperatures staying in the upper 80s. There is an improvement. It's gradual, and it's through the weekend, but we'll get there. 50% coverage on Sunday. I think we'll have the storms in the afternoon, so this is going to be more manageable than waves of rain coming in. And then for next week, we actually dry out pretty good, 30% coverage as far as each afternoon, continuing until the end of the week. So pretty wet 4th of July. We may get a little break there for the fireworks, but keep in mind you'll need the ponchos and the rain gear for tomorrow.
Okay, Ivan, thanks a lot. The threat of rain has prompted the City of Pembroke Pines to be proactive and cancel their 4th of July festivities. All scheduled events, including the fireworks display and public celebration, will not go on as planned. The city says the decision was made because of safety concerns amid the possibility of rain or storms. And, of course, we are in hurricane season, and the next weather team is making sure you're prepared for it. Scan the QR code on your screen and find all the tools you need to help you get ready. You can also find our 1-hour special with important information for you and your family for hurricane season. Just go to cbsmiami.com. Gunfire overnight in a Miami neighborhood has officials searching for a shooter. 2 people are in the hospital right now after police say they were shot in the area of Northwest 11th Street and 24th Avenue. The incident has the neighborhood on edge. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner was there and talked to witnesses. One of them saw the shooter.
Obvious signs of a shooting still out here hours later, like that bullet hole you see going right through the windshield. One woman describes seeing the gunman point the weapon at another man before running off. And police are telling us all three people may know each other or be related. 12:40 Thursday morning, this neighbor, who did not want to be identified, said she saw the shooter. I saw a man was walking, lifting his leg, and it looks like he was talking with another man, the shooter, and he shot him. And then he ran over to the stop sign over there, and the police arrived. I did not notice another man was laying down injured because of the shooting. I think he was injured more because he was laying down on the street near the big car.
We received a call of 2 people shot at this location. Once our officers arrived on scene, they located a male and a female who had both been shot.
Mike Vega with City of Miami Police said both are in critical condition.
I told my wife, do you see it? Do you hear it? Like 4 shootings? I say, yeah.
Neighbors either woke up to the sound of the gunfire, the alarm going off in this building, or police knocking on their door.
The police touched my door in the morning and wake up 2 o'clock. Everything like closed for the police.
Luz Velasquez said police came to get her because this is her car, a bullet hole straight through it.
It's sad. Sad. I don't know, my God.
Investigators spent hours taking photos, laying out evidence markers around bullet casings, and even once they wrapped up the scene, they were back again in the daylight trying to talk to neighbors and gather more information.
We believe that this might be domestic. We're still investigating it. But we know that there was a group that was outside the house. They were talking and having a good time when the suspect, in this case, a male, produces a firearm unprovoked and shoots both victims. He then flees the scene. So we're trying to identify him, see what the relationship is between these three, and identify him so that he can come and face justice.
While that one witness said that she saw the shooter, she did not get a good enough look to give us a description. Now, if you have any information, if you saw anything, you're asked to call City of Miami Police, or you can call Miami-Dade County Crime Stoppers. In Miami, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
We're learning more about an overnight shooting in Southwest Miami-Dade. The sheriff's office tells us a man was taken to the hospital after he was shot. It happened near 265th Street and Southwest 138th Court. Deputies did not release any other details about a motive or on the shooter. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs expected to be back in court next week for a hearing about when he'll be sentenced. A jury Wednesday cleared him of the more serious charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. He was found guilty on the 2 prostitution-related charges. His defense attorneys say he wants to return to Florida, but the judge denied bail for now until his sentencing, saying the rapper's propensity for violence was part of the decision. The judge says Combs will receive credit for time he's already served behind bars. After more than 6 months of debate and negotiations, the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill Act has now been passed by Congress and will soon be on its way to the desk of President Trump. CBS News Miami's Erica Brown has more from Capitol Hill.
House Republicans handed President Trump a big win on his so-called Big Beautiful Bill.
The yeas are 218, the nays are 214. The motion is adopted.
Lawmakers passed the massive budget bill after a day of tense negotiations, with Republican leaders and President Trump himself working to wrangle support from GOP holdouts.
He helped answer questions and articulate his vision and what this bill will mean for the country and his agenda.
The legislation significantly boosts spending for border security, immigration enforcement, and defense. It also extends Trump's 2017 tax cuts, increases the child tax credit, and ends taxes on tips and overtime pay.
The One Big Beautiful Bill is for the people who don't have lobbyists in this town.
The Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries delayed the final vote with a record-breaking 8-hour and 44-minute floor speech in opposition to the bill.
We're here, Mr. Speaker, to take our sweet time on behalf of the American people.
Democrats voted against the bill unanimously, citing changes and steep cuts to safety net programs, including SNAP, the Food Assistance Program, and Medicaid. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates Medicaid could be cut by roughly $930 billion, with nearly 12 million people at risk of losing health care coverage.
Shame on this institution if this bill passes. That's not America. We're better than this.
President Trump is planning a White House signing ceremony for his signature legislation on the 4th of July. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
When we come back, a rock, this rock, there it is, put on the auction block. It's likely to fetch an out-of-this-world price, and rightly so. Find out why next. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Naja Sherman is off today. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Here's some good money news for you. The U.S. economy added a stronger than expected 147,000 jobs in June. That's the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's a slight jump from the jobs gain posted in May. The national unemployment rate in June also fell 0.1% to 4.1%. Now, to Consumer Alert, more than 300,000 pounds of Oscar Meyer turkey bacon are being recalled. It's over possible contamination with Listeria bacteria that can cause food poisoning. The fully cooked turkey bacon being recalled has use-by dates from July 18th to September 4th. There have been no confirmed reports of anybody getting sick. If you bought 4th of July fireworks, you might have paid more for them this year than you did last year. The American Pyrotechnics Association says that's because 99% of consumer fireworks in the U.S. comes from China, and China is subject to tariffs by the Trump administration. It says they could impact the many small businesses that make up the American fireworks industry. Some sellers are not seeing a major jump in prices, but they're warning of supply chain challenges. And remember, leave it up to the professionals. I've been a reporter for a long time, and every year we have to cover these tragedies. Don't let it happen this year. And now, when is a rock not just a rock? Well, when it's something like this. You're looking at a meteorite shown as the last piece of Mars on Earth, and it'll go on the auction block later this month. The 54-pound rock is one of 400 Martian meteorites ever found on Earth. Some believe that the meteorite belongs in a museum. Others say an auction like this can drive discovery and scientific interest. The meteorite is expected to sell for out-of-the-world prices of up to $4 million for a rock. And that is CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast, and I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS Miami. I'll see you with Lauren Pastrana at 5 o'clock.